Thus, in this strange and sad habiliment, I will encounter with Andronicus, and say I am Revenge, sent from below to join with him and right his heinous wrongs. Knock at his study, where they say he keeps to ruminate strange plots of dire revenge. Tell him revenge is come, to join with him and work confusion on his enemies.
Who doth molest my contemplation? Is it your trick to make me ope the door, that so my sad decrees may fly away, and all my study be to no effect? You are deceived. For what I mean to do, see here in bloody lines I have set down, and what is written shall be executed.
Titus, I am come to talk with thee.
No, not a word. How can I grace my talk, wanting a hand to give it action? Thou hast the odds of me, therefore, no more.
If thou didst know me, thou would talk with me.
I am not mad. I know thee well enough. Witness this wretched stump. Witness these crimson lines. Witness these trenches made with grief and care. Witness the tiring day and the heavy night. Witness all sorrow. That I know thee well. For our proud empress, mighty Tamora, is not thy coming for my other hand?
No, thou sad man. I am not Tamora. She is thy enemy, and I thy friend. I am Revenge, sent from the infernal kingdom to ease the gnawing vulture of thy mind by working wreakful vengeance on thy foes. Come down and welcome me to this world's light. Confer with me of murder and of death. There's not a hollow cave or lurking place, no vast obscurity or misty veil where bloody murder or detested rape can couch for fear, but I will find them out. And in their ears tell them my dreadful name. Revenge! Which makes the foul offender quake.
Do me some service ere I come to thee. Lo, by thy side where rape and murder stand. Now give me some assurance that thou art Revenge. Stab them, or tear them on thy chariot wheel, and then I'll come and be thy wagoner and whirl along with thee about the globe. Provide thee 2 proper stallions, black as jet, to hail thy vengeful wagon swift away and find out murderers in their guilty caves. And when thy car is loaded with their heads, I will dismount, and by the wagon wheel trot, like a servile footman, all day long. Even from Hyperion's rising in the east to his very downfall in the sea. And day by day I'll do this heavy task, so thou destroy, rapine, and murder there.
These are my ministers, and come with me.
Are these thy ministers? What are they called then?
Rapine and murder. Therefore called so, because they take vengeance of such kind of men.
Oh, good Lord, how like the Empress' sons they are. And you the Empress? But we worldly men have miserable, mad, mistaking eyes. Oh, sweet Revenge, now do I come to thee. And if one arm's embracement will content thee, I'll embrace thee in it by and by.
This closing with him fits his lunacy. Whate'er I forge to feed his brain-sick fits, do you uphold and maintain in your speeches with him. For now, he firmly takes me for revenge, and, being credulous in this mad thought, I'll have him send for Lucius, his son, and bid him come and banquet at thy house. When he is here, I'll hold him short a banquet, and I'll find some cunning practice out of hand to scatter and disperse the giddy Goths, or at the least make them his enemies. See, here he comes, and I must apply my theme.
Long have I been forlorn, and all for thee. Welcome, dread fury, to my woeful house. Rapine and murder, you are welcome too. How like the Empress and her sons you are. Well are you fitted, had you but a more. Could not all hell afford you such a devil? Oh, well, I wot the Empress never wags, but in her company, there is a more. And would you represent our queen all right? It were convenient you had such a devil. But welcome, as you are. What shall we do?
What wouldst thou have us do, Andronicus?
Show me a murderer, and I'll deal with him.
Show me a villain that hath done a rape, and I am sent to be revenged on him.
Show me 1,000 that have done thee wrong, and I will be revenged on them all.
Walk around the wicked streets of Rome, and whence thou find'st a man that is like thyself, good murder, stab him. He's a murderer. Go thou with him, and when it is thy hap to find another that is like to thee, good rapine, stab him. He's a ravisher. Go thou with them, and in the emperor's court there is a queen attended by a Moor. Well, mayst thou know her by thy own proportion, for up and down she doth resemble thee. I pray thee, do on them some violent death, for they have been violent to me and mine.
Well hast thou lessoned us. This shall we do. But would it please thee, good Andronicus, to send for Lucius, thy thrice valiant son, who leads towards Rome a band of warlike Goths, and bid him come and banquet at thy house? When he is here, even at thy solemn feast, I will bring in the Empress and her sons, the Emperor himself, and all thy foes. And at thy mercy shalt they stoop and kneel, and on them shalt thou ease thy angry heart. What says Andronicus to this device?
Marcus, my brother, 'tis sad Titus calls. Go, gentle Marcus, to thy nephew Lucius. Thou shalt inquire him out among the Goths. Bid him repair to me, and bring with him some of the chiefest princes of the Goths. Bid him encamp his soldiers where they are. Tell him, the emperor, and the empress too, feast at my house, and he shall feast with them. This do thou for my love, and so lay him, as he regards his aged father's life.
This shall I do, and soon return again.
Now will I hence about thy business, and bring my ministers along with me.
Nay, nay, let rape and murder stay with me, or else I'll call my brother back again and cleave to no revenge but Lucius.
What say you, boys? Will you bide with him whilst I tell my lord the emperor how I have governed our determined jest? Yield to his humor, smooth and speak him fair, and tarry with him till I turn again.
I know them all, though they suppose me mad. It will overreach them in their own devices. A pair of cursed hellhounds and their dam.
Depart at pleasure. Leave us here.
Farewell, Andronicus. Revenge now goes to lay a complot to betray thy foes.
I know thou dost, and sweet revenge. Farewell.
Tell us, old man, how are we to be employed?
Tut, I have work enough for you to do. Marcus! Publius, come hither.
Ah!
as you will.
Know you these two?
The Empress's sons, I take them, Chiron and Demetrius.
Fie, Marcus, fie, thou art too deceived. The one is murder. Rape is the other's name. And therefore bind them. Oft have you heard me wish for such an hour, and now I find it. And therefore bind them sure, and stop their mouths if they begin to cry.
Villains, forbear! We are the Empress's sons!
And therefore do we what we are commanded! Stop their mouths! Let them not speak a word! Stop! Close their mouths! Look, is he sure bound? Bind him fast!
Come, Lavinia. Look. Thy foes are bound. Sir, stop their mouths. Let them not speak to me, but let them hear what fearful words I utter. Of villains, Chiron and Demetrius. Here stands the spring, whom you have stained with mud. This goodly summer, with all winter mixed. You killed her husband, and for that vile fault, 2 of her brothers were condemned to death. My hand cut off and made a merry jest. Both of her sweet hands, her tongue, and that more dear than hands or tongue, her spotless chastity, and human traitors, you constrained and forced. What would you say if I should let you speak? Villains, for shame, you could not beg for grace. Hark, wretches, how I mean to martyr you. This one hand yet is left to cut your throats, whilst that Lavinia tween her stumps doth hold the basin that receives your guilty blood. You know your mother means to feast with me and calls herself revenge and thinks me mad. Hark, villains, I will grind your bones to dust, and with your blood in it I'll make a paste. And in that paste a pastry I will rear, and make 2 pastries of your shameful heads. And bid that strumpet, your unhallowed dam, like to the earth, swallow her own increase. This is the feast I have bid her to, and this is the banquet she shall serve it on. For worse than Philomel, you used my daughter. And worse than Progny, I will be revenged. And now, prepare your throats. Lavinia, come. Receive the blood. And when that they're dead, I will go grind their bones together. And with this hateful liquor temper it. And in that paste, let their vile heads be baked. Come, be everyone officious to make this banquet, which I wish may prove more stern and bloody than the centaur's feast. So now bring them in, for I'll play the cook and see them ready 'gainst their mother comes.